Hello and welcome to Havin. It is Havin number 13. We came at you with number 12 probably maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. We had a chance to sit down and talk about whatever, really. We had a conversation about Yetis and trucks and all kinds of just random stuff. We didn't plan it. We just had a conversation and see where it went. This one's going to be a little bit different.
I'm hosting.
You're technically hosting. The host. You've got the questions. I'm going to kind of sit back and relax and have some questions thrown at me. We're also going to talk about our photography. This is Chris, by the way. My name is Neil.
I interrupted. I just let's get this show on the road.
It's okay. I should have done that at the beginning. I'm terrible at intros.
Will there be like little animations under here? That
if they are watching, they will have already seen our names. So yeah.
This is probably one of the podcasts you're going to want to check out on YouTube, I think, because we are going to talk about our top favorites from our libraries. Yeah.
So if you are new to the channel, if you don't know who I am in my personal life, I am a photographer. So is Chris, and we've done lots of shoots together. We've gone on adventures together.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk a little bit about our top favorite photos that we've taken. I have 3. You have 4, and we'll just kind of talk about them and go from there.
Why don't we?
Quickly, if you want to follow us on Instagram, you can do that. Yeah, we have lots of photography on there, not just these couple of pictures.
Yeah. And how would I follow you?
Mine is NeilTaylor, 2 R's at the end. And what's yours, Chris?
At Spin Photo.
Spin Photo.
Yeah.
There you go.
Spell photo not with an F, because if you do that,
you're dumb.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's get on the road here. So, I collected some of the questions from our last Having a Yak, which we'll get to later. But let's talk about the photography thing.
Sure.
First,
let's do it.
How many photos do you have in your photo library? Just your Lightroom photo library, because I have 2 different libraries.
That's a hard question for me because I've gone through so many different computers since 2009. I've had a laptop, and then I've got this laptop, then I had a desktop, and then another desktop, and I haven't transferred my Lightroom from computer to computer. I just started a new library. Yeah.
Oh, mine every time.
Nah, it's meh. It's
really interesting.
So right now, I don't know, maybe 11,000 photos in the current one, something like that.
What would you guess if it was all of them?
All of them?
Yeah.
I actually did go into my complete raw folder and
interesting. Okay.
And I went see how many folders there were, how many actual assets there were in each one. And it was 141,000 and something else.
I got you beat.
So, yeah.
305,000.
You've been shooting RAW since 2006?
2006. Actually, 2006, there was a dark moment where I shot RAW and JPEG at the same time.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So some of those are duplicated, but I think most of them I went through and fixed that. Sometimes I like to go through my photo library and look back 10 years on today. I should have done that for this Yak.
That's
what I should have done. I should have gone like, what was the photo I took 10 years, 5 years, 1 year ago today? And sometimes I do that. I go down a rabbit hole like you go down a rabbit hole in YouTube.
And YouTube, yeah.
Yeah. But nobody sings to me.
But I do that, but not in the extent of what happened on this day. Like just recently I went through probably years and years of photos and edited a bunch of old ones that I never published, and now I'm just publishing on Instagram.
You've been churning out the stuff.
Every day I try to post a photo. So.
I have such a hard time motivating myself to do that.
It's tough.
It suffers. Like, I don't know, I'm probably my own worst critic because everything I look at, like, unless there's very special circumstances surrounding that photo, either it was really hard to get there or I did a lot of work to get that photo.
Totally.
Then I don't really care, because anybody can go to Peggy's Cove and shoot the photo whore.
Mm-hmm.
That anybody can do that.
No, you're right though.
Some people get there at 6 o'clock in the morning and do it.
That's a little different.
But that's so they want that photo where you just stand there and click it.
I'm glad you brought that up because one of my photos, the 4th one that isn't part of my top 3, is exactly that. Because you said pick a photo that everyone likes that you've taken, but you don't like yourself.
Yeah, and I totally forgot to.
That's my photo.
I mean, I might be able to dig it up, but it'd take too long.
That's fine.
It took long enough to. I can't even believe I forgot. It was my question to you. So I'm glad we get to do that. Yeah. So out of my 305 1,000 pictures, I have selected 3.5. The half is I picked an aspect ratio that fits
Okay.
YouTube better because it's a vertical, and once you put a vertical in there, just
Okay.
that's why there's two of them. So how do you want to do this? Do you want to just whip up my folder there?
Yeah, let's see yours first. Let's take a peek
right.
here. I think I know what one is because I know
Yeah,
I
you
wasn't
do.
with you, but I know that you could only get this photo once.
Yeah,
I think it's the plane photo.
it is totally. That's the fourth one.
the
It should
fourth
be-
one?
Yeah, it should be the
Okay.
fourth one. So
All right, so looking at number one here, and I'll put this up on the screen so you guys can see it too. What the hell is that?
it's a red mite.
I was
They're
going to
like-
ask if it was a mite.
Yeah,
but
they're like 0.5 millimeter in length.
that's something you'd find on your dog or your whatever.
Your tomato plants usually.
That's gross.
Yeah, but so that's the landscape aspect ratio. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so if you go to the vertical one, this is the one that nobody ever loves, and I think it's the best. Is one of the best top 3.
Okay.
So what you're looking at there is that little arm is reaching out to go between the slats on my deck.
Hmm.
So that gap there, that crevasse.
You couldn't even stick your finger down there.
Oh
Like,
my
that's-
God, no! It'd be tough to get a nail through there.
I remember this photo from years and years ago. This is awesome.
Yeah, so nobody loves it. Maybe it's because it's a little red spider. Maybe nobody really appreciates how bloody small that is.
It's hard to put that in
Appreciate.
perspective.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, that's what that is. And I love it.
Yeah,
I think
that's
it's
an
a
awesome photo.
fantastic photo, and it was shot with an inverted 50 millimeter lens. So
Were you using extension tubes?
extension tubes and backwards.
Yeah.
So it was. Yeah, so the image quality isn't top notch, but that's.
No, it's just with that arm up, it tells a story. And that's cool.
I'm glad you appreciate
Yeah,
that.
it's cool. It's cool.
All right, I'm gonna whip up your first one.
Oh,
Here.
we're
We'll go
gonna
back
do-
and forth.
okay,
Let's go back and forth.
Back and
It's not
forth.
just all about me. It's about you
All
too.
right,
So I'm gonna
all
whip you up here too. This is exactly what I thought it was.
Yes. So
Yeah.
this is in no specific order. Mine are. So this was taken in September 2014. Dad and I went for a flight over Prince Edward Island. He's doing some scouting for some ham radio thing or whatever. And we flew down to East Point, and I snapped this photo. And yeah, I mean, I had no intentions of taking this photo that day. We didn't plan on whatever. I just told him to dip the wing and try
There
to
you
get
go.
a picture of the point, and it turned out. The next photo
That's
is
before. Is it?
Before.
Yeah.
That's the before. So I wanted to show photography isn't just about taking a photo. There's a lot that goes into making a photo a photo.
The difference between a picture
Yes.
and a photograph.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you'll notice with the before, the color balance is all over the place. It's really, really warm because the glass that I'm shooting through is plexiglass, basically, in the plane. So I'm getting bits of scratches and stuff and different weird distortion, not really distortions, but just the color in certain places is just weird. And yeah, it's... Anyways, I tried to fix it the best I could, and it did take a while, but I had to mask up the wing and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah,
I don't even put that much effort into my.
I don't only for very specific photos.
And that's
if I
a
could
great
see
one.
potential,
That's up on the wall, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
And you've made some money off this.
I
too,
have,
haven't you?
I have made some
Yeah.
money off this one.
You
Yeah.
don't really need to say more than that.
This is
but
my
you've-
most profitable
Yeah.
photo. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Mm.
Cool.
All right.
All right.
what's
Next
you
for
got
me.
next? This is. Oh, again with the macro.
Again with the
Yes.
macro.
That's pretty
Yes.
cool.
Yeah.
Because this is, I mean, obviously this is ice or frozen water,
It's
but it looks like a forest. It looks like trees.
it is. And this was taken on the roof of my Element when
Oh,
I had
really?
that. So this is hoarfrost, not WHORE,
Yeah.
HOAR.
There you go.
It's hoarfrost.
How did
it
you-
only happens when it's extremely cold
Mm.
and no wind.
How did you light this?
It's lit with, I think, sunlight coming in on one side, and then on the other side is my camera bag for the black. background.
That was my next question. What's in the background? How did you get it black?
Yeah, it's just
That's
that's
cool.
what the background is.
Yeah, that's stellar. Again, 50 with the extension tube reverse.
Yes, I think it's 50 millimeter reverse extension tube, and on my way to work. I think I was late for work that day, half an hour late because I did that. It's made me $0.
Yeah, but it's cool.
So same with the first one, $0.
I'm a little surprised that you've chosen 2 macro photos because
they are different.
You've taken that's true. That's true. They are different. They're a typical photographer probably doesn't have a lot of macro shots.
No, or the patience or the eye for it.
It's like water droplet photos.
Yeah. Lens ball.
Like some people are really, really good at it. Some people try it and it's like, and they never try it again. Yeah. So it's kind of one of those specific
and
things.
It can be frustrating.
It can be extremely frustrating.
All right, I'm going to go on to your next picture graph.
My next one.
Looks like some butterflies.
Yeah, some butterflies. So
where is this?
This is in the Niagara Falls Botanical Butterfly Conservatory, whatever you call it.
I've never seen this picture, I don't think.
Oh, really?
No.
It was an awesome spot. I had a great day here. I was with Jason and a couple other people. This was back in 2014 as well. 2013. October 2013. And I would have never gotten this picture. I can't stage this photo. I didn't scare them off the leaf. I sat there and I waited for them to take off on their own. They did, and it just happened the sun was just over the top of the head of the bottom butterfly, and there was a bit of a blur in the wings of the top one, and it almost looks photoshopped in a way a little bit, but I just took the picture at the right moment, and that's all there was. I have 150 other photos from that I tried to do kind of the same thing, and they all aren't that great. So this was just that one photo that the timing was I just got lucky on. So
yeah, it turned out well.
And the colors are good.
Yeah,
that's basically it.
All right. Well, the next one that comes up in mine.
Oh, do I?
I think so.
Oh yes, okay. Because it's the one I guessed. Yes.
Yeah.
So this would have been 2011.
I have no idea. I don't remember.
This was on a Sunday, correct?
Yeah, because Saturday was... I couldn't make it Saturday. Maybe I shot a wedding. I don't shoot weddings anymore.
Yeah.
Or was that the day you shot the entire day in black and white?
Yeah, that was probably one of my biggest fails. So this was on the day that they had to cancel due to weather.
Yeah.
So they already had the charges set. And
so this was at this was at Summerside Airport, which is Atlantic National Air Show or something like that. Something like that. It was an air show. And we had gone up, I think it was you and I and maybe Steven as well, and we'd gone up and they canceled it. There was supposed to be a race between the is it the F-18?
The F-18,
yeah.
Super Hornet.
It was supposed to be a race between that and a jet truck.
Yeah.
And there were charges placed out there for pyrotechnics, and they did a countdown. They said that we can't do this. We can't. It's safer to take everything to blow it up than to take it apart.
Exactly.
So they gave a countdown, and they did this thing where the pilot ran past the jet or something. I actually photoshopped him out. He was in that picture.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You'd never guess where he is because it was so easy to remove him.
Why would I can't believe they did that in general.
Yeah, it was pretty cringeworthy.
Yeah.
But anyway, they did the countdown. And I had my 30D on, I don't know what it was. I don't think it was any impressive piece of glass. And they said 3, 2, 1, and I just pressed the button and mashed it. And I just left it and let it take as many pictures as it could in that time. And you can see where the charge scared me because some of them are crooked. And you could feel the heat when that went off. It was pretty crazy. So I haven't made a whole lot of money off that picture, but it is printed at 24 by 36 on metallic paper. And it looks badass.
I was going to say, if I could describe this in one word, it is badass.
It looks badass.
This is a great photo. Yeah, and it's one that you'll never get again.
No.
Ever.
It should be making me a lot of money.
It should be.
It's not. I don't think I have it in any stock agencies or anything either.
No one else has a photo like this unless they were there that day.
Yeah. And unless they were there and they thought, this is going to make a good picture.
Exactly.
Yeah. A lot of people think it's Photoshop. They think the fire all on the background, but it is not.
And the fire is exposed perfectly.
perfect conditions.
Perfect.
Everything was perfect about that, except for the air show was canceled. I have 0 photos of airplanes in the air.
It's pretty cool. It's a brilliant photo.
It's my favorite. Out of my entire photo album, 305,000 pictures, that is my personal favorite.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
And it's been a favorite for a long time. I've taken some other ones and I'm like, it's all right. But like, if you were asking me, favorite picture, that one.
Nice.
For sure. Which leads me to your next picture.
Yes, my next one.
That's the before. They're backwards.
Yeah, sorry.
The before. The huge difference there. You just clicked auto, didn't you?
Do you think there's a huge difference? I
There is.
didn't do much. I changed it to black and white, added some contrast and some clarity. That's
No.
basically it.
It's the before of your butterflies.
Oh right, I didn't do that.
Yeah.
I didn't do the before. Yeah, massive difference.
Huge difference.
It's crazy.
Makes sense now,
It does make sense.
right?
Yeah.
All right, now we can go to the stairs.
Yes, the stairs. So this was taken actually in 2009.
Wow. Would you take it with a potato?
Over 10 years. I did take it with a potato. It was a good potato. That was a big one. It was a good season for potatoes. So
It's a 5 megapixel.
I went to the farmer's market and got the biggest potato I could
Did
get.
it have an eyepiece?
It did have an eyepiece. I got that joke.
Good.
So this was actually taken with a Rebel XS, which I believe was called the Kiss in
Other places.
other places.
Everywhere but North America. We called it the Kiss.
Yeah. So the reason that this photo is special to me is because this is the Legislature building in Fredericton, New Brunswick, and my dad, who you've likely seen on the channel,
The GOAT.
unless this is your first video, Brent, aka the GOAT. He worked here for 4 years. He was in politics. He was in MLA, and I was here as a kid, as a small child in the early '90s, coming to visit him at work, and didn't care about politics then. Still don't, but I appreciate the building. The building is really, really cool. It's old, and this spiral staircase is unbelievable. And the other special thing is, where I'm taking this photo is actually blocked off to regular people. They allowed me to go up here and take this photo. If you look at the bottom of the photo, you can see this white line. That's actually rope blocking off the staircase going up to the level that I'm at. So they allowed me to go up, and I got this photo, and it's cool. And I like symmetrical stuff, and it's got some cool leading lines and stuff like that. So
Funny thing is, when I look at your before picture, I would have never guessed that the carpet was
like purple, pink.
purple.
Yeah,
Purple.
I know.
Like, good call on black and white.
I know.
Because that is, like, that's
Yeah.
shite until you're black and white. The black and white,
It's so much better in black.
like, there's
and white.
not a lot of photos that I'm like, whoa, yeah, taking all the color out of that,
Yeah,
that's better.
Yeah.
There's very few pictures
And
that I'm like, oh, it should be black and white.
exactly. Yeah,
So,
it's a rare occasion that it works.
yeah. Well, that was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
I enjoyed going through those.
I
I
ha-
enjoyed. It was an exercise to go through your library and really.
Oh, totally.
Kind of. To be honest though, when I went through mine, I knew exactly which pictures because
I had to
usually
search.
they get in the background. You know, it was-
My
it worked
last
for me.
one is the answer to
Oh,
your
right.
question.
Right.
What photo have I taken that a lot of other people like that I don't? And it's not, you probably understand why, because you literally have the exact same photo because you were there with me that day.
I was there.
Taking the same photo.
I don't think I've ever published any of the pictures from that day.
And there's 95 other people who have the exact same photo from that same
Yeah,
year.
totally.
This
Yeah.
is, I think, French River
It is
in PEI, and I think the year was 2012 or
yeah.
something like that.
Sure.
It's a cool photo. The canola is awesome. The water in the background is pretty great. So you got a little farmhouse down there, but
Farmhouse.
But
Sand dunes off in the field.
Sand dune,
But
like it's
if you wanted to show somebody a picture of Prince Edward Island,
oh yeah,
and you're like, if this is what you can expect,
totally.
that's one of them.
Yeah, but it's my least favorite because so many other people have this
Yeah.
photo.
Yeah.
Like it's just overdone. So
Most of them have boats in them, but yours doesn't.
and hose.
Boats and hose. Yeah. Yeah. You'll see this exact, like very similar
Yeah.
photos in tourism
Totally,
stuff.
totally.
Yeah. And I guess the nice thing about it is that canola doesn't grow there very often.
No, they switch it
They
up
do.
every. Is it 4 years?
Yeah, crop rotation. So you got to pay attention to the crop rotations.
I think they do the canola every 4 years in that specific one. I think they do mustard too, don't they?
Mustard.
Mustardo. Mustardo.
Yeah, mustard is very yellow as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that
It's
was
a
a good
Mario.
exercise. It's a good exercise. If I were to describe, I mean, I could probably describe my the photo again and try and find it that people love of mine.
Okay.
It's like Victoria Park at night. And there's like car lights going through and it's. I'm like,
I don't remember it.
somebody bought it, and I was like, why did you pay money for that? It just goes to show you, like, put all your stuff out there and let the customer decide what they want to pay for.
That's true.
You know,
That's true.
by us holding back, it's kind of elitist. Like, oh no, you can base it. This is not good. Reminds me of the original Batman, the 1989 Batman, where the Joker's going through the portfolio of.
I don't remember that movie.
Really?
Nope.
He's going through and he says, crap, and he's in this. He really likes it. So anyway, yeah.
Question. I had a question for you.
Oh no.
If someone doesn't have Instagram, where else can they find your work? Do you have a website?
Yeah, spinphoto.ca. But you know, it was
That's
down
easy.
for 12 days, and
Oh.
and I didn't know.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
it was down for 12 days.
is it up now?
It is up now.
It's up now, guys.
Yeah, it's up now.
If you want to see more of my work, if you don't have Instagram, you can go to flickr.com
What? Flickr's closing, bro.
/
Like
NEILAD
smug
KYLO.
mug bought Flickr. It's
don't
going
care.
away.
I haven't uploaded to Flickr in forever.
Man,
I don't really host my photography anywhere other than
I don't-
Instagram. I don't care that much.
Costs so much money. Like currently, Smug Mug
Yeah, it's not worth it.
soaks me like $45 a month.
You are soaked.
Yeah,
You're so wet right
Like-
now.
that's what they do.
You're soaked,
What do
man.
you're making this awkward.
I'm trying.
Let's move on to some viewer questions
All right,
from
what
the
you got?
last yak. Hockey guy, some numbers says, "Do you watch MythBusters?" Neil?
Yeah, I've watched, I think, every episode of MythBusters. It's been a while, though, because it ended, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, a number of years ago.
But I'm a big fan of MythBusters. I even listened to the Tested podcast with Adam Savage and I can't remember the names of the other people. Granted, it's been about a year and a half since I listened to it, but I used to listen to it hardcore.
So you used to watch,
Used to watch MythBusters.
yeah, when it was
Yeah.
on, you watched
It's a good
it.
show.
Yeah,
It's a good show.
It was a good show. I watched it as well.
Yeah.
Not religiously by any means, but if it was on, that's what I was watching, for sure.
All right.
Here's kind of a deep question from Robert Nixon. He says, "How do you deal with loss as a young person?"
Young is relative, so...
Yeah, because I've lost 2 people in the last year, 3 people in the last like 6 years. And I was rather young when I lost my grandfather, but we weren't like two grandfathers. My first grandfather, he passed away 20 years ago. I don't even know. But how do you?
That's kind of where I'm at because my dad's dad and my dad's mom both passed away. I think I was like 6, 7.
Were you guys
something like
close? Like, do you have memories of hanging out at your
that. A
grandparents'
little bit,
place?
yeah. I used to call her my nanny. She came and got me once in a limo and took us to Moncton to go to Crystal Palace.
What?
It's pretty cool. That's really the only memory I have.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have
Interesting.
any memories of Dad's dad.
Oh wow.
And then Mom's mom died when she was in her early 20s, I think, like well before I was born.
Yeah.
And
wow.
my mom's dad passed away in 2014 or something, like 2013, I think, and he was 97. I was never really that close with him, unfortunately.
But they didn't live close, did they?
He did growing up. I looked
Okay.
to him closely growing up, but he was kind of a not a recluse, but he didn't really leave the house that much. And,
You'd have to go there.
he also couldn't talk. He had throat cancer, so
Oh wow.
I think he got his voice box removed or something. So
That would make things tough.
yeah, and then I lost an aunt last year And just before my grandfather passed away, I lost an uncle. So in the past, I don't know, probably 7 or 8 years, I've lost 3 fairly significant people in my life. And a step grandfather, technically, in Victoria, BC. He married my dad's mom when I was really small. But so I guess technically 4, but I don't know. Death is a weird thing to me because I don't really get that emotional about it. And I don't.
No,
I
so
kind of distance myself on purpose.
Yeah. So my next question was going to be, how close? Like, have you lost anybody close to you?
Not really. Like I don't really have any close family.
Yeah.
That like I just have mom and dad. That's basically it. As far as that's who I'd classify as close family. I have an aunt and uncle in Thompson, Manitoba, and they have 2 kids. They're probably the closest other family that I have. Other than that, I don't really have much close family. So I guess the answer is no.
For me, I guess I wasn't really a young person. I mean, I'm in my 40s now, if you believe it or not. But when I lost my granddad, I was close to him, and I saw a lot of his personality characteristics in me. So when I lost him, it was pretty bad. I did not want to leave the funeral home, and then
How old were you?
34. I'm going to roll a dice at that. I'm not even sure. So
Okay.
I mean, is that young? I don't know. He was 89, and a year later, or no, like 7 years later, I think, his wife, my nanny, died. And again, I didn't want to leave. I just wanted to stay there for as long as I could. But I don't really have any tips on how to deal with loss.
I don't like funerals or anything. I don't want to be anywhere near any of that stuff. I don't really grieve in that way. So
it's interesting because I think I am. This is going to sound funny. I think I'm a funeral kind of guy.
Really?
Yeah, because Amber's mother recently passed, and they didn't have any services for her. And I think it's a vital part with dealing with the loss is to attend the last the services for that person, to be like everybody comes together, everybody.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm a very nostalgic person, so I like to look back on photos.
Yeah.
And remember stuff. And
sure.
I think that if I did go to a funeral, like that would kind of tarnish my memories of that person.
Interesting.
I wouldn't want that to be my memory of that person. I would want to.
Okay, that's a good
you know what
point.
I mean?
Yes, I do,
Okay.
because I didn't see either of my grandparents when they were really sick, like close to death. And so I don't have that memory. I don't have a memory of anybody being ill. They didn't, like my grandmother, my nanny, she went like within hours. Like my father called and said, yeah, your nanny's in the hospital. And I said, can I talk to her? And then he's like, not right now. She's tired. And then called me the next day. She had a massive stroke. And that killed me. I really wanted to talk to her, but I couldn't. She was gone. And I do have a regret, though. I should have got on the truck and I should have drove straight to the hospital and said goodbye, because I really, really should have done that. Because there was no reason why I couldn't. I just didn't. And maybe that's a way of dealing with loss, is to make sure you're there. When Amber's mother passed, it was a long process. Right, it was weeks, and Amber was there every single day, so she has very vivid memories of the decline of life, where I don't have that, and I don't know. I don't have it. Would I want it? I don't know.
It's tough.
I think it also prepares you. It's a training. It's a training thing. It prepares you for when you lose the people who are the closest in your life.
And you're gonna do it. It's going to happen, unfortunately.
And there's one thing I wish my mom had told me when my grandfather passed, and it is and I made sure to tell Amber. I said, I really had wished that my mom had looked at me and said, your grandfather is dying.
Mm-hmm.
There's no coming back from this. Don't think that there is. Because I think in the back of your head, your mother, your father, your grandparents, they're invincible to you.
Oh, totally.
They were always the people that were there forever.
Yeah.
And I would have done things differently had I been like, sat down and been like, your grandfather's dying. Not in a mean way, but like, realize it. Come to grips with what's happening here, because I don't think I did. Yeah.
Do you remember not last year, the year before, during Grand Fondo, when that guy...
Yes.
Did he have a heart attack or something?
Aneurysm, I think.
It
was totally unavoidable.
Yeah.
Where it was going to be.
That was tough. I didn't know him, but the fact that it happened at our event, it's like, oh man, you kind of feel like, not necessarily guilt, but a frustration that, what if it had rained that day and they didn't do that race? Would he? Would it have happened the next day, or would it happen eventually? Like,
I think
who knows?
so. I think so. You know what? I never even thought about it very much.
He was young. He was
30 something, mid-30s, I think. When he there was actually video of that happening.
Oh, really?
He just drove off the road. That was it. He was gone before he hit the ground.
I have not seen that video.
Probably don't need to.
No, probably don't.
No.
Actually, you know what? The biggest loss in my life was not a family member. It was a friend who died in a car accident a friend and a cousin who died in a car accident back in mid-2000s, and completely unexpected. Had just an incredible future in front of him. He went to private school, super smart, super talented guy. Just wasn't wearing a seatbelt, and the driver might have been alcohol involved. We don't really know officially yet, or maybe we won't know ever.
No.
But that was tough because I actually planned to go to the funeral. Really, really wanted to go. It was very important to me, but it was during exams of college, and my college would not let me retake the exam another day. I was literally forced to stay and take my exams or fail that entire year. And that's followed me a long time. I've debated back and forth whether I should have gone or not. So
I would say that's the difference between somebody who you're close to and somebody who you're not as close to.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that. It's I can relate, because I should have got in the truck and I should have just gone, no matter what.
If you had have known.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I knew, but I should have just done it. And maybe you should have just...
Maybe I should have just gone. Dealt with the consequences after.
Yeah.
Who knows? Like, yeah, it's
that's interesting.
It is frustrating, but
so
I don't know.
I guess my advice for dealing with loss after all that conversation is, don't hide it.
Yeah,
don't be afraid to cry.
No, definitely not.
No, don't be afraid to cry. Look at pictures. Do what you need to do. I would say deal with it in your own way, but don't bottle it up. No,
like if you need to deal with it by yourself, in your room for 4 days, do it. Yeah. But just like cry if you need to. Don't pretend it didn't happen.
Absolutely.
Like
for sure.
If you're the type of person who wants to be surrounded by friends and family and talk about all this stuff, go for it. Just do whatever it is that that's your way that is the best. So.
And on the flip side, if you don't feel guilt or if you don't feel bad, don't feel bad about that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like everybody deals with it differently.
It is what it is.
It is unavoidable.
Yeah,
so,
it sucks.
And that's really it's unavoidable. It will happen.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Do you want a funeral?
Yes.
You said that with enthusiasm.
Yeah, man. I want all my friends there. I don't want them to come to the funeral, say goodbye. Like, I don't want burn me, put me in a little pot. Like, I don't want to be nobody needs to look at me. But everybody can go there, get their final cries out, and then go to the reception, and there better be alcohol.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, and good snacks.
Good snacks, definitely.
Yeah. And it's going to depend on how old I am too.
That's
Because
true.
like the older you get, the fewer the people are around, and then you have to really be careful with the alcohol because all your friends are like 90 and
I guess.
messes with their ticker. How about you?
This might sound a little morbid and very strange, but I've actually seriously considered recording a video of myself talking to the camera, for like as if I was filming, or like talking to people at my funeral. Like for if I died suddenly in a plane crash or whatever, like if I just died suddenly, there's that video there that can be played at my funeral. Where
Okay,
like
question.
if you're watching this, I'm dead. But like
Yeah, that's like every sitcom comedy where somebody passes away.
I know, but like I
and-
actually want to do it.
Okay,
Because I'm kind of nostalgic that way. Like,
okay. So if you do that, like your entire YouTube channel, which is fantastic, like with you and the goat, like you can look back at that at any time and you can see moving pictures and video and voice, and a lot of people don't get that.
that's one of the reasons why I started the channel.
It's incredible to have that, and even Amber said that because Amber lost her father quite young, and she feels she's very jealous and thinks that you're a very lucky person to have somebody that does that.
I am very
You can
lucky.
go back, so that's really awesome. But getting back to your outro video,
Yeah, my outro video,
so
basically.
how often would you update this?
I don't know. I
Because
probably
you
never.
have to, really.
I'd probably just do
So
it
if
once.
you recorded it tomorrow, and in 10 years you
It'd be funny too. Like I don't want a funeral. I want
Really?
I want a party.
well, yeah.
Like
I mean, that's what I want too, but
I want-
some people need that funeral for closure, and I don't want to take that from them.
no, I don't care.
Oh, really?
I don't care. You're gonna. If
I guess you're dead. What do you care?
What? Yeah, I don't care. You're gonna watch a video of me. It would probably tell them some lame jokes or something like that. There's gonna be music afterwards and lots of chicken fingers and mustard sandwiches. So
Chicken strips and mutardo sandwiches.
I'm tired though.
Very good.
No, I don't want it to be depressing. I don't really feel like I'm a depressing person, and
Only when the Canadians lose.
yeah, that's more of a frustration.
Yeah, no.
but
you're depressing when they don't win.
yeah, I get angry.
I know you do.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I have no intentions of dying, so yeah, I don't,
I do. I have full intentions of dying, just in a long time.
in a long time. Yeah,
I'd like to go quickly though. Like, don't make it. I don't want to see it coming.
Yeah.
I don't want the doctor to be like, you have this many months or years
6
to live.
months.
Yeah, don't give that. Don't do that to me.
Yeah.
I will self-destruct.
I will spend so much credit card money.
But you can't do that though, especially if you're married. You know,
That's true.
because you know who's got to pay for that, right?
Well,
Unless you're
as
unless
it's
you're
going
married,
right
but
now, I won't have to worry about it.
they'll never give you another credit card. Going like,
Yeah,
there ain't nobody around.
I know. Anyway.
Let's move on.
Okay.
Let's move on.
What else do you got for me?
I think this user is Hoppy Outdoors. He asks, "Do you like the outdoors?"
I do like the outdoors. I love the outdoors, winter and summer, and fall. Not so much spring.
Spring is the worst here.
It is here. Like it's very specific to Atlantic Canada, kind of.
Yeah, like
it's just everything's dank and just
It's very
Ugh.
slow to get here. Like
Yeah.
everything is dirty. Everything is brown and dead.
the roads suck. There's potholes everywhere.
Yeah, well,
There's no lines on the road
yeah, I was
because they
thinking about
use
that
water-based
today.
paint.
Yeah, I was thinking about that today. How does that lane assist work?
Yeah.
There? Lane departure. Where's your lane? Anywhere between the ditch on that side and the ditch on this
Exactly.
side. Anyway, that's a whole
Do
other
you like the
topic.
outdoors?
Yeah, I love the outdoors.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Heck
Yeah. I mean, we did that whole
Heck yeah.
3-day backcountry hike, and you gotta like the outdoors if you're gonna go out
Yeah.
there and have the potential to poop in a hole.
Definitely. If you be pooping in a hole, you got to be
If
okay
you're
with
hole
nature.
pooping, yeah, for sure.
Hashtag hole pooping.
Yeah. Do you hunt or fish?
Used to fish back in the day growing up. Hunting, not so much. Used to shoot pigeons off the top of the barn
Did you eat them?
with a pellet gun. No.
I did that too.
As far as like actual hunting, nah.
No. I've shot some things that were alive with a pellet gun, and I regret every single time I did it.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is not. It doesn't work.
I get no satisfaction from
It
hunting.
doesn't work. It doesn't work. Everything I've ever shot with a pellet gun, it does not work. You have to finish the job. I don't like it. I would no. So I mean, for me, I can't hunt for that very reason. I can't. It needs to die very first shot. I can't see any suffering. Like it just needs to just.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even want to do that. It's just, I don't know. I don't eat like that. Like I don't eat moose meat. I don't like moose meat. Deer. I don't kill it to feed myself.
And you didn't eat when you fished. You didn't eat fish, eh?
No, I did not. I gave it to.
Somebody ate it.
That wasn't really a guide. The farm that I grew up on also had a fishing lodge attached to
Oh
it.
no
so,
way! Cool.
That's kind of. I just gave whatever we caught. Just went to them. Whatever. So.
I have fished. I just think there's 99 other things I'd rather do with my time than wait for something to happen.
Absolutely.
Like that's what whenever my buddy would call me up and say, "You want to go fishing?" And I'd be like, "Man,
What kind of fishing?
don't call it fishing. It's like waiting. What are you doing? I'm just gonna go wait." And always in the bloody morning, like we'd get up, it's still dark out.
Oh yeah.
We'd have to be on the banks of the Bonshaw River by like
So you're
4:45.
You're fishing like trout and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you ever fly fish?
No.
It's frustrating.
Oh, good.
It's frustrating.
So
it's fun to tie flies though.
It'd be better than casting, whatever that other type of fishing is.
It's less waiting
Yeah, because you're doing something.
because it's kind of fun.
You always got to be.
Yeah, swinging
Yeah.
around. Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting. Ethan asks, what are your favorite cruise ships and cruise line? Well, cruise ship first, and then cruise line. If it's
I've
different.
only been on 4 cruises, but 3 ships. I did one ship twice. I've been on the Freedom of the Seas, Carnival Dream, and Disney Magic. As
And
far
your
as favorite
favorite
ship is the
Disney.
No, Freedom of the Seas. It had a rock climbing wall, had an ice rink. I went skating in the freaking ocean, man, on a cruise ship. Ice
All right.
skating.
That wins.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
It had a movie theater too. Well, most of them have a movie
Yeah.
theater.
Well,
It had a basketball court. It
was
awesome. What?
What was the name of it?
Freedom of the Seas.
Freedom of the
Royal
Seas.
Caribbean.
Royal Caribbean.
I would totally go back on that same ship again.
Has that ever visited Charlottetown?
It has not. It has not. No. Independence of the Seas, I believe, has.
Yeah. RCL has been here a number of times.
Yep.
So has Princess as
Yeah.
well.
I've never been on a princess ship.
No. They have pretty big ships.
Yeah. I love cruise ships. Man, sign me up. I want to go on a cruise.
How many
so
cruise
bad.
lines have you been?
3.
3.
2 Royal Caribbean, 1 Carnival, and Disney.
Was
As far as
there-
experience goes, Disney.
Really? Interesting.
Heck yeah, it was unbelievable.
Cool.
But not worth the money, in my opinion. But I mean, I'm not a big Disney fan. I've never even seen The Lion King, so
What?
I've never seen Lion King.
I think they're redoing it too.
I've never seen
So
most.
you've never seen the original one.
I've never seen Beauty and the Beast. I've never seen like.
no loss there.
There's a bunch I haven't seen.
Lion King's pretty good, but you're not a big animation.
No, I don't even like cartoons or anything like
I'm
that.
an animation. Like
Yeah.
I will watch.
I can't. It doesn't hold my attention. I
I
can't
watch
do it.
all of it. Like
They're gonna make the Trailer Park Boys into a cartoon, eh? Like, done. Not interested. I'm out. At the end of the last episode of the last season, they're in jail and everything turns from real life into a cartoon at the end of that episode.
did you rage quit?
Absolutely.
Good for you.
5 stars down to 1 star, removed from list. Yeah, no.
All right.
I didn't actually do that.
This is a GBG, a whole bunch of numbers question.
Okay.
This is actually for Neil and Brent, but since Brent isn't here, you're the only one that gets it. And
Oh.
I'm not sure I understand the question. The question is, Neil and Brent, would you ever work at a veteran cemetery doing admin things? So I'm not quite sure.
What?
Yeah, that's
Doing
like-
admin things?
yeah,
What are
administration. Like I don't know,
like doing
cataloging the
death
dead people.
certificates
I
and
don't,
stuff?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm
Probably
not
not.
sure.
I don't like dead bodies. That's another reason why I don't like going to funerals and wakes and stuff. I don't like being around dead bodies. They kind of creep me out.
Yeah, they don't look dead.
I don't want to get haunted.
Yeah, they
so
don't look dead. So you would not work at doing admin
I would
things?
not. I would not work at a cemetery. I don't even like walking by them. They kind of
Really?
freak me out. Yeah.
I probably would. Whatever.
Hmm.
I mean, the question's not for me, but job's a job. Somebody's got to do it. That's
guess.
literally what I would. Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah. Kudos
All
to the people
right.
who do.
Absolutely.
Better people.
Working with the actual
Absolutely. Better people than I.
coroners
Yep.
and morticians. Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Like that's
Same
that's
with
a
nurses.
job.
Like every nurse.
Oh my god.
Like,
Anybody
that's
that
probably
works with any
the hardest job ever.
no,
Like,
doctors
there's
and
so
nurses.
much.
Doctors
Like,
and nurses.
Man, mad respect.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. That is it for the questions that I found on our last Having a Yak. So I'm going to move on to some other questions.
Okay.
Do you prefer sunrise or sunset, and why?
I think I know your answer.
Oh, absolutely. It's not even a contest. But I'm interested to hear yours.
I prefer sunset because it leads into something I like better, which is the stars. So if I can go catch a sunset and stick around there and wait till the stars come out and do some stargazing, sign me up. I'm also a night hawk, so that's easy for me.
Yeah.
I'm not a morning person by choice. I am now by necessity.
By employment
Exactly.
requirements.
So I would likely always choose sunset.
Really?
You would be the opposite because you're a morning person.
I am 100% the opposite. But it's not because I'm a morning person. I'm a morning person.
Person?
Person. I'm a morning person.
You're a morning person, everybody?
No, I'm a morning person because necessity. So I used to be a night hawk, and then I bought a business, and I had to do a full-time job, and I was up till 11, 12, midnight. Sometimes I did an entire, pulled an all-nighter, and then went to my day job the next day. And it was hard on the relationship too, because I was always working, either in my office or at my day job.
That's kind of my life now.
Always working. So if I was going to make it work, I had to move all of the work I was doing in the evening to the morning. And then when I got home from work, I didn't work.
Sexy time. Oh
yeah, sexy time. Yeah, Mr. Sexy time. No, and so I became a morning person. And that's when I truly began to appreciate the value of a sunrise.
But what value is there that's better than a sunset?
Oh, man. Okay. I am really passionate about sunrises.
Can I say something first?
Yes.
Other things happen other than the sun rising when the sun rises.
Oh,
Like,
man.
things wake up.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Birds,
so first of
like-
all, like you're like the only person out there.
That's
Like,
true.
There's nobody cracking a beer when the sunrise comes up. You know, there's nobody out there partying. There's like they're all, if they're still partying, they're still partying.
Yeah.
You
And they're
know,
really drunk.
And they're on the downhill. Like they're about to pass.
They're
out.
getting McDonald's or
Yeah,
something.
they're messed up. I also like sunrises. It's fresh. It's brand new. Everything's quiet. Traffic is lower. There's just nobody around, and it goes from cold to warm. Where sunset, you know, you gotta make sure you bring more clothing because when the sun's up, it's warm and then it gets cold.
Yeah, but
and then damp.
That's nice though. It does get damp. That's bad.
Yeah,
but it's
like-
kind of nice after a hot summer day, just to get the cool night. Campfire.
Yeah. Well,
Man, sign me up for
campfires
that.
are sunset thing
Roast
for
some
sure.
weenies.
Oh yeah, yeah. Roast
Drive those weenies into you, bud.
drive the weenies in. Charred broiled. Yeah, no. I mean, I like sunset, but like once the sun goes down, like I'm finished. I want to go home. I'll go to sleep because I got to get up tomorrow morning at 4. What's the earliest you've gotten up for the day?
Recently,
Yeah.
5:30, 5:20, 5:30 recently.
Yeah.
Had to go into work early last week, a couple days. So, yeah, that's early for me. You're like 4, 3:30.
My alarm goes off at 5, and then I have like 15 alarms that go off after that.
Yeah.
But the earliest I've ever gotten up is 2:30 in the morning. I wake up and I'm like, well, I guess I'll go work.
I used to go to sleep at 2:30 in the morning.
I can't even imagine. For me, feels like a total utter waste of my life going to bed at 2:30 in the morning. Yeah.
Oh, I used to love staying up late.
I
Still
can do
if I could.
so much work between 2:30 and like 8 o'clock in the morning, and then when normal people like you get up to do your job, your inbox is stuffed with stuff from me that you need to do today that
That's
I can
true.
act on before I leave for the day. So as far as a productivity thing,
And I'm the total opposite. I'm my most productive between probably like 9 p.m. and midnight. 100%, absolutely. My mind is at its pinnacle during those hours, which is still not very high.
I've had this discussion with some coworkers too, and I'm like, you just move that 9 o'clock to midnight to 5
Doesn't
till
work.
8.
Doesn't work.
He says that too.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
What's next?
There is currently an online petition with over 12,000 signatures suggesting that the United States of America sell Montana to Canada.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Should we buy Montana?
Absolutely.
Me too. Yeah,
yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Get in
All
on
right,
that.
cool. It looks funny though. The border comes down to the boop, boop.
Yeah. The leg of Canada.
But like, if I'm being honest, Alaska, that thing that's up there,
Yeah.
that it like you want to go to Alaska, like all of you gotta you get to the border and they're like, you got any of the stuff you're not allowed to have in Canada? And if you say yes, go back.
So what do we? Is it a trade or is it a purchase?
It's a purchase. I forget what I may have read the article wrong. I thought it said for $1, but it might be like $1 billion or something like that. I don't know what it is, because there's
Must be a trillion.
something like that. I forget what it was.
Definitely. Did you know that Canada had the opportunity to buy? What's the island called? Turks and Caicos, I think, back in the 70s. And because they needed a desalination plant or something like that, and they couldn't build it, and hospitals, and they were going to allow Canada to take them if Canada would build infrastructure and stuff on them.
Right.
And then Canada's like, nah. Can you friggin' imagine?
It's pretty far away.
Yeah, but it's in the
It's
Caribbean.
pretty far away.
I'd be living there if that was part of Canada.
I still like winter though. Like I would miss that season. Not today though. It
No,
is
not today.
minus 31 degrees Celsius wind chill. It's wearing on me.
Yeah.
Like
Man.
wind.
Fuel economy. I need to talk about fuel economy. I've never experienced this drastic change in fuel economy. So on the way to work, 12.8 liters per 100, which is pretty bad for what I'm driving. On the way home, 7.1.
With the wind.
All
We have
because of
west
the wind.
winds. Yeah.
All due to the wind.
Do you notice in your truck that it actually takes more pedal to drive into the wind?
Oh, definitely.
my truck-
Absolutely.
My truck, I can't even get 6th gear if it's windy. Like I got to drop her down to 5th, maybe 4th.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, no, it's crazy because people complain about that, right? Also, it's downhill coming back, so you're going with the wind and downhill.
That is also true.
Yeah,
That's
so
also
it's a
true.
little, but it's not that big. That's crazy. Oh, that's liters per 100K as well. It's not miles per
Yeah,
gallon.
I don't know the conversion to miles
No,
per gallon. But,
Google Lyman. Favorite breakfast food?
bacon.
Just bacon?
Like,
It's it's just like a pile of bacon.
I'm one of those people that could literally eat the same thing every single day. And I don't like a bunch of little
So
things.
you mean like boring?
Like literally give me a whole package of bacon and I'm gonna eat that.
Good for you.
I'm gonna eat it.
I'd say probably my favorite breakfast is bacon, eggs, toast,
Definitely.
hash browns.
Like if you
Like I gotta have bacon, and don't come over here with 3 strips
No.
of bacon either.
listen, if you ever
Minimum.
approach me with 3 strips of bacon,
Minimum
it's going down.
half dozen strips.
Oh, absolutely.
Minimum.
Minimum 12.
Yeah, and that's if you've got real good hash browns.
Like I'm surprised that you're talking 6. Like for me, it's 12. It's a full dozen.
Well, I have other stuff.
Oh,
Like, I
okay.
don't know what's gonna happen to you.
Oh, okay.
I think you're gonna be full. You're not gonna eat lunch.
Okay.
Maybe you're brunching.
Oh yeah, I love brunching. Fries are like that to me too. Like I don't need.
You don't need the burger.
I don't need the burger. I don't need.
You just want that
whatever.
Those salty
Chicken.
fries.
Just give me a giant plate of fries, and I'm good.
Yeah.
Like sometimes when I go to Swiss Chalet,
You eat like a child.
I get 2 orders of fries because I
Yeah.
have really good fries.
You eat like a child.
Definitely.
I've recently been eating like a drunk raccoon. Like I get home from work and I just chocolate. I'll eat this until it's gone now. What else do I have that I can just take out of a package?
And throw in my mouth. Yeah.
Drunk raccoon. I've been eating a ridiculous amount of
Tuna?
no pizza.
Oh, pizza.
Yeah, ridiculous amount of pizza, an embarrassing amount of pizza.
Oh.
So much pizza that the other night, Amber's like, "What are you gonna do for supper?" And I'm like, "I don't want to cook." She's like, "All right, do you want to get a pizza?" And I'm like, and there's only one pizza place that delivers to where we live, and it's Domino's.
Okay.
Nobody else does. So we eat
A lot of Domino's.
a lot of Domino's.
Do you get their cheesy bread?
We did get their cheesy bread that night. Yes, we did.
Yeah, buddy. That's where it's at.
I find it.
They changed it. It's not what it used to be.
Well, I had it like Sunday night. So did they change it?
No, that
It
you would
changed.
have had the
They would have been
version
like halfway
2.0.
through. Start eating it, and like the other part of it's different.
Hey.
They changed it. No,
I don't eat a lot of pizza.
no, you have a cheese issue.
I have
You have a cheese
I have a
issue.
I'm lactose intolerant, so I tend to stay away from cheese and specifically creams or yogurts.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Those high lactose things
Yeah.
that they would.
I can eat ice cream, doesn't hurt me. I can drink milk, doesn't hurt me. Cheese and cream.
Cheese and cream must be the proteins.
I don't know.
I have no idea. Chocolate milk?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I love
Man,
chocolate milk. And you know what? PEI's got the best chocolate milk.
Nah, I disagree
Wherever
with that.
you're at, you're wrong.
I
You know
dis-
what? You're
I
wrong.
disagree.
ADL 2% chocolate milk.
No,
it is
Farmers.
the best.
If I'm having chocolate milk and PEI, it's going to be Farmers.
That's disgusting.
It's so much
Get out.
more rich
Get
than
out of
ADL.
your house.
No.
Get out of your house.
No. And you know what's better than both of those? Northumberland.
They don't do 2%.
New Brunswick. Bitch.
No. You are wrong.
Yes, they do.
No.
They do.
No.
I promise you they do. I grew up in New Brunswick.
They don't
Fight
anymore.
me.
I will come over your table at you.
Road trip to New Brunswick to get some milk.
I delivered, how many did I took over 12 liters of chocolate
Whatever.
milk to my friend Marco.
You're such a milk bag.
Milk from a plastic or cardboard?
If I was going to choose, I'd probably choose plastic, but I probably don't have that big
You
of a
know
preference.
nothing.
I know everything.
You know nothing.
I know
Milk
everything.
from cardboard tastes way better than
No,
milk from
it doesn't.
plastic.
I don't like it. I mean, I don't. That's a lie. I do like it, but I don't like. It depends.
Coming up on
Hold
Canadians Try Stuff,
I-
Neil drinks
No, no, no,
chocolate
no.
milk.
The cardboard with the screw cap.
Yes.
100% fine.
Yeah.
The 1 liter where you have to open up the cardboard and it gets all like papery at the top. Blech. Nope. I'm also really weird with milk. I need to know when it was open, and when I know it's opened, I can't drink it any more than like 4 days old.
Wow.
Yeah, I need
You're.
that
You're-
the good window of milk.
I made pancakes with expired milk on the weekend. Saturday morning. Blueberry pancakes with milk that was
Gross.
2 days out.
Gross. Question.
Yes.
When you have cereal and you finish your cereal, are you one of those Nethandrials? I can't say that word. Are you one of those baboons who drink the milk out of the bowl?
Absolutely.
Gross.
I'm-
There's
I'm-
floaties in there.
I'm pretty sure I just saw a beer that is flavored like the milk of Lucky Charms.
Ugh. That grosses me out.
I'd have to Google that, but I'm pretty sure that there is a beer that was recently released, like within the last couple of weeks, that tastes like Lucky Charm flavored milk.
Do you dip your cookies in milk and then drink the milk?
Rarely.
That grosses me out too. I don't
Yeah.
like.
The
I don't
reason why is because there's
floaties.
particles.
Yeah, I don't like. I
Yeah.
don't want particles in what I'm
Yeah,
drinking. It just
no.
doesn't fly with me.
No.
So that's really the reason behind what I'm talking about.
Yeah. No, I drink cereal milk for sure.
That's
That's sweet cereal milk.
Yeah,
What
but
kind of cereal do you eat though?
I'm not a cereal person. I've
Oh,
probably
well,
had
this
cereal once
conversation
in the
is
past
stupid.
year.
This conversation is stupid then.
I like French Toast Crunch. And I like Captain Crunch.
Oh,
And
yes.
any of the Crunch family, I'm a fan of.
Yeah, I'll go on a binge. I'll go into Sobeys as an adult because you get to do things like this when you're an adult. You can go in
do
there
whatever
and
you
you can
want.
just roll in and be like, today is Fruit Loops Corn Pops. What you said, Captain Crunch. I do love Captain Crunch. You've changed it.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is good too.
I find it gets soggy too quickly.
Oh, it gets mega soggy.
Yeah.
I eat it dry without milk. Sans milk.
Sand milk?
Sans milk. No sand milk.
Most of it I'll eat. I'll just sit and watch Family Guy or The Simpsons or The Simpsons. Terrible now. I set the DVR for it.
I never liked The Simpsons.
I set the DVR and it's just the jokes are lame.
What are you
It's
watching
like
on
watered
Netflix
down.
lately? Actively paying attention, watching.
Nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
You should watch Titans. It's pretty good.
I don't.
I'm not big into superhero crap, but the show is brilliant. I really liked it.
What was that show that Aubrey and I told you to watch?
Loaded or something like that? Or,
No. It's got that little Happy.
is that the one that had like this animated thing in it?
Yes.
I watched the trailer. I'm like, I'm not watching this. This looks ridiculous. So I didn't watch it. It looks so stupid. It looks silly. It looks way silly. Don't flaunt that finger at me. How dare you give me that finger? Tomorrow is anti-bullying day. Do you know that?
Well, I've got a lot of work to do between now and tomorrow.
We have to wear pink shirts tomorrow at work.
Do you really?
Yeah.
You look good. Question. Any weird voices that you can do?
Any weird voices?
Yeah.
Not on video.
Because they're not very nice impressions.
I can do a pretty good conky from Trailer Park Boys.
Do it up.
Oh, I can't. There's too much pressure. Holy jumpins.
It's just me here, man. You've done it before. I've heard it. Come on, do it.
No, I can't. I need to do it like without the camera and to know that I'm in the zone and then do it.
So you'll never know then.
I'll work on it. Stuart from Mad TV.
Oh, do it now.
No.
Let me do it.
Let me do it. No.
It's pretty good.
Let me do it.
I love Stuart.
I have a tiny voice.
A tiny voice?
Yeah.
Like Tiny Tim?
Yeah. I guess
Let's hear it.
But if you could just please come over here and maybe just give me I would like a glass of water, please.
Have you watched Lord of the Rings?
No.
Man, you sound like Smeagol.
Really?
Oh, can you just say, with that voice, just say, my precious?
In what context? Is this a good thing? Or?
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Oh, okay. So okay.
It's very early in the morning, and I need to go into the kitchen to get coffee, my precious.
That's right.
My precious coffee.
Well, talk about a ring, precious ring.
And, oh, do you see that on the table? That's my precious ring of coffee.
Oh my God, it's freaking creeping me out. You need to watch the Lord of the Rings or just Google. Like, I got freaking chills, man. You need to YouTube Gollum or Smeagol. It's
I
complicated.
will. Amber really gets a kick out of that when I get belligerent with that voice. Because it's hilarious.
That would be a time.
Yeah. Usually when I'm cooking, I curse at everything while I'm cooking. And it's pretty good. Do you have a pen handy?
Yes, I do.
All right. Do you have any hidden talents?
Hidden talents.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I'm really good at that dance where you have to cross your knees and your hands and then go back and
Oh,
forth.
really?
Yeah.
Good for you.
I'm not going to do that
Can't do
here
that
because you
now.
can't see it anyway. So
I
can you do
play this.
You play it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep. Look, you go. The old tooth pen.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Mouth drum.
How long have you been doing that? How long has that been in the resume?
At least 25 years,
Oh, really?
bro. Yeah.
Wow.
Just waiting for my calling.
Hidden talents.
Somebody somewhere out there is going to be like, I need a pen player.
I can crack my thumb and both thumbs in like 4 different spots.
Do it.
I didn't get the last one. I don't know. I can crack like everything. That grosses people out.
Heebie-jeebies for sure.
Crack my elbows.
Wow.
I can crack like different parts of all my hands. I can crack my ankles. And that's not a hidden talent. Like I don't do that on purpose. It just happens.
The only one I can do is my big toe and my right foot. That's it.
I
mean, it might be no.
I can
got one.
Look at you go.
Got one. I can do this, though. That was it. I just did it, and I won't do it for a while.
I do a weird thing. I cross these 2 fingers, and something weird happens in my hand.
Ooh.
I don't know what it is.
Okay. Gross is what it is.
It's gross.
Whatever's in there clicking is gross.
50 people just stopped watching.
Watching. People are throwing their headphones away. If you're still here.
Sorry for that. Now you know.
Yeah.
And I just do it unconsciously. Like I'll just crack, like if you ever hear me crack my knuckles during like a video or a podcast or something, I'm not aware that I'm doing it. It's just, I just do it subconsciously now. So
touch my face a lot.
Yeah, I notice you touch
my
your face a lot. Yeah.
I do. I did a 5-camera, multi-camera driving video that I probably will never publish on my channel. But I touch my face a lot. Like a lot.
I think that's normal though.
I started watching footage from our hike in Chignecto, and I sniff a lot. Because nose is running, because it's hot and sweaty and, hiking. And I started listening to that, and I'm like, I can't. Drives me mad.
I've filmed videos, not this year, it's last year, when I was sick, and I've not released them because for reasons like that. Like I'm clearing my throat too much, or I'm sniffing or something like that. It's driving me crazy, so I don't even want to put that out there to other people.
Too much editing.
I wouldn't even bother.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
I think I'm at a topics. You got anything before
I've got one
the
left.
ruckus happens here?
Yeah,
You do.
I've got one left. It's not a mature topic whatsoever. Someone didn't leave it in a comment. They actually sent it to me in a Twitter private message, probably for good reason. We'll understand here in a couple of seconds. But it is like if you actually if you treat it maturely, if you think about it in a mature level and you ignore how ridiculously immature it actually is, and you just actually think about it from a scientific level,
so make it boring.
It is actually kind of interesting.
Oh, yeah.
So just take this as seriously as you can. Okay, you're already laughing.
I'm already laughing. Okay, I'll try. All right.
Why do you enjoy the smell of your own farts, but get disgusted at other people's that potentially may smell very similar?
We first have to establish that you like the smell of your own farts.
Well,
do you?
I wouldn't say like, but
do you drop one and you're like,
no, I don't.
Fart diary entry 173, floral, with a hint of meat.
Gross. No, I do not. I'm not. No. But it doesn't bother me.
They don't bother me.
That's the question. Like, why doesn't it?
I'm familiar with it.
But it might smell exactly like someone else's.
No, never.
What do you mean never?
I've never been in a room where I'm like, did I do that?
No.
No, not ever have I ever smelled one and been like, hey, man, you fart the same as I do. We're fart friends.
No, but...
Never. I've never, ever.
They smell similar, though.
No, never. You must have the blandest farts.
I'm not a gassy person.
I am.
I know.
You've had my farts in your mouth.
Yeah, unfortunately. It was a real windy day during a game of hacky sack. That was a bad day. I have vivid memories of that day, unfortunately. That was literally like traumatic. Like I almost lost lunch that day.
Needless to say, powerful.
Yeah, potent.
Yeah.
Yeah, parts per million in that cloud was, or sorry, I say farts per million in that cloud were pretty.
It was strong enough you could taste it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea.
But what,
because
like-
I've always been around. I guess it's just my brand.
Yeah, but
It's
why?
the
Why
people who
doesn't it?
Okay, it's like the people who stink. Okay, like the people who stink.
Okay, I see what
They
you're
don't
saying.
know they stink.
Yeah, but if you fart and like, you know it stinks. It's not like you're oblivious to it. Like it's like you don't actually smell it because you're so used to it. It's not like that. But I understand where you're going with it.
Well, now I think about it, like if it doesn't offend you, does it stink to you, or do you know that it's going to stink to other people?
Definitely.
But
But it still doesn't bother you.
Yeah, no, you're like, it's a bad one.
But why? Why doesn't it elicit that, like, oh, I need
I've
to
had
leave a room kind of?
I've had a couple where I'm like, I should go see a doctor. I should seek medical advice. Once or twice that's happened, but no, I don't have a good answer for it.
I mean, this is a ridiculous.
I'm interested to know the age of the person who asked the
I
question.
don't know. It's one of those like DB71 at whatever
Yeah, sure.
kind of thing.
And I mean, if you're listening or if you're watching this, I'm interested to know if you're.
Like it's a pretty immature topic, but
it's
not like it,
thinking.
It's not like it doesn't happen. Like everybody farts at one point in their life. So if you're sitting at home being like offended by this conversation, acting like you've never farted before, like let's bring you down a notch and
you're a liar, and you know what? Just like death, you fart.
If you're offended by this conversation, I think you get offended a little bit too easily, in my personal opinion. It's good. It's good to be a little bit light and talk about topics that.
I feel like you're defending your topic of you don't owe them nothing.
Yeah, I guess.
This is having a yak. This is not talking about things that are not offensive.
That's true. We talk about whatever.
Well, I mean, we stay away from.
I stay away from politics.
Yeah,
as much as I can.
Controversial things.
But yeah,
like
we talk about whatever.
Putin.
We talk about death. We talk about farts. Like, well, whatever we're asked, we'll talk about as long as it's within reason. So that's all I have for today. Do you have anything else?
If you have any more questions,
leave your
questions
questions
them
down
in
below.
the comments on the YouTube video, because that's where I'll copy them. I'll paste them into another note, and I'll hold on to them.
Like my precious little ring.
That's creepy. All right, thanks for joining me, Chris. I appreciate that. You can find Chris on YouTube. I'll link it down below.
Yeah, because I changed things and it destroyed all of my comments since the day I joined.
If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, more reports to post. I hope you can hit the subscribe button.
You should do it.
Follow me on social media on Twitter and Instagram. My Twitter is in the description. My Instagram is NEILADTAYLORR. 2 R's at the end. And Chris's spin photo on Instagram. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a good day. Leave your questions down below, and we will see you in the next Havin a Yak. Adios.
Roll the outro.